Football. Football being the biggest pastime in American sports history. And why am I talking about this on this channel when I'm so used to talking about anime, movie, and hell, even as recently, music? Well, there's a crazy situation that I kind of want to talk about today regarding the ESPN CFP National Championship situation that came about. And it's regarding a camera pan shot of a interesting Canes fan during an emotional highlight in a really crucial moment. And this person, and if you know how crowd fans work in football, the cameraman would like to sometimes point out like how emotional fans get when they watch their favorite football players and their team play for the sport, take it for the champs. But for some reason, the cameraman decided to point out everyone that he could possibly point out in an emotional moment, Abella Danger. And right off the bat, if you know that name, if you know who she is, you know what she's known for online. I don't think we need to exaggerate. But this Abella Danger is basically a adult entertainer, or a, I guess, a formal adult entertainer, as she was basically plastered right here, right now, with this infamous screenshot that has been plastered all over the internet, has gone viral within the past 12 hours as we recording this video, and it's gone fucking haywire, with some critics and fans like saying like, why did they do this? Why did they put her up on the emotional crowd shot screen montage moment? Why didn't they choose someone else? And there's even some people I noticed where one even commented like, man, the camera knew who she was, and that's why he decided to point at her as the crowd shot moment in an emotional moment. And I gotta say, man, for me to put in my 2 cents on this whole thing, because keep in mind, I'm not a sports fan. I'm not a football fanatic like everyone else that I know and my friends know, but it just happened at the worst place at the wrong time. And in this situation, Abella unfortunately was at the wrong place at the wrong time. But hey, she clearly has her love of sports, because this is the first time that she has been in a football game. She clearly loves her team of Miami and has supported them all the way through numerous amount of times in the past, and she's been pretty open about it. Look, at first it was pretty much all cracking jokes. Everyone was like happy go lucky about it. But then when people like were finding out like who she is, what she has done online, it left a pretty scarring taste, to say the least, for anyone that's been like a huge Miami football fan themselves, or as a Bella Danger fan themselves. And also, to be clear, I don't know this girl. I just found out about her due to screenshots. I know, for someone who's watched like a ton of like trashy, fun, bad hentais, and to an extent, a lot of your adult content that's out there, I've never heard of Abella Danger. I don't know what she does. I'm simply just, again, giving my 2 cents on the whole thing, because at the end of the day, it feels like she just wanted to just watch her favorite sports game at football. And again, she even came out with a statement saying that she was upset about the whole situation, and that she even said that, I would give anything in the world to not have had ESPN film me, and I'm so deeply sorry to anyone I offended with my attendance at the game. And honestly, look, it's a pretty simple, small little like apology there. But honestly, I think Abella doesn't really have to apologize, considering that she was clearly in the moment. She was watching her favorite football game, and for anyone that online that just instantly found out, oh my god, it's Abella Danger. She's at the football game. Holy shit! Like, I think it's been blown out of proportion. There's also even some speculation that maybe like the cameraman that was doing the crowd shots like saw her like point blank, knew who she was, and clearly like pointed it out her point blank, like he knew. But again, to kind of reiterate what I said already, I just think this happened at the wrong place at the wrong time, and it was just a 1 in 1,000 chances too, mind you, because considering like how big a football stadium is and how many people are packed at watching a football game, the cameraman probably could have chose a ton of other people from the crowd. But again, maybe by pure coincidence this happened. I don't know. There hasn't been like any reports from ESPN themselves about like if they're doing like some kind of internal investigation, at least from what I'm seeing here right now. And again, I think it's clear that like for anyone thinking that like this was a whole like now because of what happened, like this is going to destroy marriages, this is going to destroy relationships, again, whatever, you can take that whatever you want. Like if, for any of your spouses that says like, "Oh my God, that's a Bella Danger, holy shit," and your spouse comes in and be like, "Oh, so you know that girl, huh? Well, I'm gonna divorce you. I'm gonna break up with you. Screw you." Like that type of stuff, I just think is like a bit much, but at the same time, I can understand why. Because maybe you don't want that person to like be so infatuated and follow this said person. I don't know. Your marriage, your relationship is your choice at the end of the day. But again, I just find it really perplexing that like this whole thing got so blown out of proportion that again, as someone who's like who just isn't like really big into sports and isn't big into again her content here, like I think this was just taken a bit out of proportion, out of context. And look, at the end of the day, I think the theories are gonna fly as like what really happened, how it came down to be, but I just think that again, it was just pure coincidence that it was just it happened at the wrong place a long time. It just kind of reminds me of like what happened last year with that Coldplay incident where like two CEOs were caught cheating at each other at a Coldplay concert. It went viral, and I believe two of them got like fired, if I'm not mistaken, and divorced the next day by their individual spouses, respectfully. I don't know. It's been a while since I remember that story, but it kind of reminds me of that. Whereas in the case of this, um, again, now it's like everyone's going to be talking about Bella Danger for the rest of the week. Hell, a lot of really crazy Gooner fans are probably going to be searching her up on Google to see what type of interesting adult content she's made, of course. And again, it is what it is. The world's your oyster. You want to follow this girl, by all means, go ahead. And for me, I'm just simply here to share and talk about this because, man, looking at like this whole thing blowing up way bigger than what it should have been in an isolated incident is it's pretty interesting. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you on the next one later.